All right. Welcome everybody to another CNC Q A Podcast. If you didn't notice the time, the countdown timer was a little off. Apparently, when you add one here with EV Mux, you have to, when you hit the video to start the intro, you have to hit start on the silly timer. It doesn't start automatically, and I forgot it. So, oh well. Let me bring in my crew here. We got the usual suspects hanging out with us tonight. How you doing, Mr. Paul?
Good. Very good. Thank you.
You got anything exciting to talk about tonight, or any
No.
projects you're working on, or anything like
Well, I'm gonna be, but I haven't started it yet. I just got the filament for it yesterday, so
that? Okay, all righty, good deal. I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I've already got the file. You know how when you go on Bamboo Labs, the stuff will pop up if they've got some new thing or whatever. But anyway, there was a really cool, really cool looking head, a bust of the Rock. I don't know if you've seen it, and I thought that'd be cool. And I don't know if it'd be the right shade or not, but I'm thinking maybe if I used my brick red filament, I could print it out, and it might be about the right shade to be the Rock. But I was thinking of printing it out and painting it up with the eyes, and then maybe get a toupee of some kind and put on him. I don't know, but
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to take about 11 hours to print, even on bamboo. So,
Wow. My son has has Crocs, and I guess on the Croc shoes you can put little things in them, and so that bust of Dwayne is one of those things. So it's Dwayne the Croc Johnson.
oh,
Yeah,
you
Dwayne
can
the
you can
Croc.
get headlights and everything for those.
yeah. You can get snowplows.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, Dwayne the Croc Johnson is
Between the
what.
crack, huh?
All right, cool. Good deal. All right. Well, how about you, Ryan? You got anything else you working on or that you want to talk about? Or
Not really. Haven't had a whole lot of time yet this week to play around and get some stuff done. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll have a little more done.
okay. Well, let's tell everybody about your
Oh
Saturday night gig.
yeah, if you're out there and you don't know about it, we do Saturday night show, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it's talking about the latest in the CNC and laser and 3D printing videos that are out there on the tubes, and usually I screw something up pretty good and it becomes a good story. So come hang out, have a good time.
Yeah, that's. I'm always watching that thing. I won't say I'm always watching on the TV. Well, I'm always watching on TV. Sometimes it's the big TV, and sometimes it's the other TV because sometimes I go ahead and go to bed and watch it. And then if I feel like I missed anything, I'll rewatch it in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. So anyway, well, I don't have. We're going to do a little bit of an unboxing. Nothing real, nothing real exciting, but might be something y'all might want to look at when I open it up. But as I mentioned last week, the Avid machine is it's now officially gone. Uh, Melinda was supposed to pick it up a week ago Sunday and had some snafus and didn't make it, so she came this Sunday and she had a guy come, and I've actually got. Let's see if I can pull it up here. I think I've still got us all in here where we can talk behind the things here. But here's a little, I think about a 45-second video of, nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on here. I thought I'm confused about my buttons. All right, let's try this. So you notice here's the guy she hired with a car trailer. Notice it's sunny right there. Now it's cloudy, and I'm saying that for a reason. Uh, and there wasn't really a ramp. That trailer kind of angled down a little bit, but they
Yeah.
were going to just pick it up and get it out of here. So they got it all tied down. And again, notice it's cloudy. And the reason I'm telling you that is because notice the water and stuff. This is at Melinda's shop.
Oh,
It came down
oh no.
uh, right there at the end. So, oh, I guess it's going to loop.
Did it ruin the bed on the Avid?
No. Well, dang it. Come on. Okay, this is where I want to. Well, I can't get it stopped. I'll stop it there. No, as soon as it didn't take them long because you can see that right beside Melinda, there's a garage door that raises up. So they were able to back the trailer up there, and the guys got it off. And immediately, Melinda fired up her compressor and started blowing the MDF off. So I think she saved it. It got wet pretty good, but she got it dried off. I think in one picture. Let's see. I think somewhere back here. I think. Well, no, I can't work this stupid thing. Okay, there you can see a towel on the thing in the air hose from where she was drying it off. But my plan was originally to go follow her over there, and of course you can see here it's still on the dollies, and then here we've already got it off the dollies and got it leveled up the spot where she wanted. Uh, but anyway, the original plan was I was going to follow her over there, help her get it set up, and fire it up and make sure everything was right. But because of the rain, I told her I'm a little leery of trying to power things up. I said, you need to open up the drawers on those control boxes and put a little box fan back there or something and let it
Yeah.
it's good and dried out before we start popping the power to it. Of course, we couldn't do the 220 anyway. She didn't have that hooked up, but she texted me yesterday and sent me a picture of the. I don't know if you can see it, but right back there where her panel is, there's like an outlet just to the bottom right of that. Well, right above that, I think, is where her 220 for the spindle in VFD is. So I think I'll have to check with her. I think we're going to try to get together tomorrow and power it up and test things. And I should have shown a picture she sent me. She's already, because she got not only this machine, but I also gave her the computer and the little touchscreen monitor that I was using. And she's already rigged her up a little computer station with that, which I did not put that picture in here. But anyway, that's it. And like I said, there it was sunny when we started, but we were rushing around trying to get it done, and it was kind of funny because those three guys, I don't know if I guess they know what a CNC machine is, but when they got there before Melinda did, and they come up and they ready to start grabbing it, putting it on the truck. I go, no, wait a minute. I said, we got to tie some stuff down. I said, you can't have that gantry slinging around or the Z going up and down, stuff like that. I said, you'll put
Yeah.
back through the controller and jack everything up. So I said, I'd already told Melinda to bring a bunch of ratchet straps and all that. So yeah, she pulled up a little later than them. But anyway, it's all good. It's over at her house. And like I said, probably tomorrow or the next day or whenever it's convenient for her, we'll get together and power it up. Everything should be dried up And
Did she take off the Dave Gatton YouTube logos yet?
I don't know. It won't take much, just a little scraper to get them off. She probably, knowing her, she probably don't care because it's not like she's doing YouTube videos or anything. So, but yeah, she can take them off if she wants to. Won't hurt my feelings. But
Does she do a lot of CNC work?
oh, I cannot wait to see what she does with that thing. She does a lot of well, she's done a lot of photo V carve. She's done I mean, you name it, she does it. And I can't wait to see what she does with that thing because I think once she gets into doing 3D carves and stuff, now having a really fast machine that'll knock the time down, and there's just no telling what she'll make. She's got I don't know how many grandkids, but she's always building them something, or
Yeah.
she's just a really talented uh, artist or designer, whatever you want to call it. So she
Sweet.
will be she'll be making some awesome things with that machine, I'm sure. And when she sends me pictures, I'll share them with y'all. Uh, all right. So, like I said, tonight I'm going to be doing a bit of an unboxing. As I mentioned, since the old Avid is gone, and along with it went my touchscreen monitor, I have spent the day, and I'm going to tell you, I'm wore out because I am too old for this stuff. But I had to go back around to my shop and completely disassemble my Sidewinder CNC. And of course, it's sitting on a welded cart, and I wanted that cart in here. So I had to disassemble it, and I thought, well, I'm not carrying all this stuff around here one piece at a time. So first I had to build something else to move some other crap that I had on my little wagon thing, my yard wagon or whatever you call those things. So once I got that empty, then I got my lawn tractor out and hooked it up to that little wagon. I could pull it around right next to the shop, come out on the porch of the shop and load that thing up, and then bring a whole bunch of it over here at once. So, but I'm tired because that stuff, it's gotten a lot heavier than it used to be. And
It's a good looking machine, though.
it is. It's all assembled. I guess I could give you a shot of it, although none of it's wired. Let me see if I can turn this. I'll just turn this camera like this. Yeah, that's good. Now, which camera was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, there it is. And you can see all the wiring and stuff is on the back of it. I did get the stepper motors put on it. There's underneath it is the G3 CNC controller that I was using back there, and I will start out using that just because I got a lot of things I want to do to this one. I want to change some things. I want to, I've still got my 4-inch hose. I don't think you can see it. I got it kind of tied off back behind here, but so I can use my dust collector with the 4-inch hose. But now you can see that little black thing on my homemade dust shoe. It is for like a 2.5-inch hose. So I will have to get the 03D printer and Design Spark Mechanical and make something to attach the 4-inch hose to use the dust collection. But want to add homing switches, limit switches, all that kind of stuff, drag chain, just really kind of neaten things up. Because with that machine, I've always just used it where wires are flopping around and no limit switches and all that kind of stuff. And I want to change that. And I may even, if I redesign some things, I may even get some kind of a spindle, probably an air cooled spindle. I don't know if I'll get a 2.2. I might just go with a 1.5. I don't know, but all that'll come in the future. So
So what else? So can you go back to that the Sidewinder? So can so when did you? Or no, the Garage Works was the orange one, but the Sidewinder was before that, right?
yeah, this one that you're looking at, that was built in 2007. So when I say it's old, it's old. That's what,
Yeah.
18 years ago. It's, it's like I keep telling people, if you don't believe me, go look at my YouTube channel. I've been doing this stuff a long, long time. But yeah, I used to sell these. I had a sheet metal company make the sheet metal parts, and then I would sell them and build crates and ship those just like I used to do the Garage Works. And of course, it was a kit because I would sell them the stuff and they would supply their own router, their stepper motors, the controller, and whatever, so they could pretty much run it with whatever. I was just providing the mechanical
Yeah.
parts there to make a machine.
Is that got the 420 ounce motors? Is that what those are?
Yeah, I
They're pretty
believe.
big.
Well, it's not the. Oh, here I come over without my glasses. I think it's either 400 or 420 or something. These are the ones. Like I said, these came with the. I think maybe they're 400. I don't know. They may even be bigger than that. It's got
They're
a
pretty big.
motor on them, but I don't know whose brand it is. It's just something that Stacy sold with the GC G3 CNC uh, controller, but they're stout. I mean, uh, now I don't know whether I'll switch those out if I change the driver and stuff. I probably will, but I don't know for sure what I'll do. It's just something for me to piddle around with and uh, have some fun with,
Yeah.
and kind of getting back to my roots, I guess, because this is where it all started for me. Is if I've got like over 750 some odd YouTube videos on this channel, on the Dave Gatton channel, and if you were to take a deep dive and go all the way back to 2007 or 8, you'll see some videos of these type machines running. I'm not in the video. There's no audio. There's no narration or anything. It's just showing these machines working, and that's what I put on my website, so people could see what they would do. And then after that, what I consider when I officially started making YouTube videos was in 2012. So even that's 13 years ago is when but if you go back and look at the first one I did in 2012, I'm standing there in front of this machine, so
Yeah.
it's
Clyde's asking what kind of linear guide do you have on it?
it has 1 inch round precision ground rod, and it's solid. It's not hollow like some stuff. Now, well, let me go back to that picture. Is that? No, that's not it. There it is. What I did is when I first started playing around making these machines, I would buy this rod from McMaster Carr, and then I had the machine designed to be a certain size, and then I'd always have to cut the rod. Well, it's no fun trying to cut precision
Yeah.
hardened, you know. So I figured out real quick that wasn't going to work because I wasn't going to make any money trying to sell machines and then having to spend all that time cutting them rods. So the rods on the x-axis are 4 foot by 1 inch rod, come straight from McMaster, and when you get them, they are 4 foot. They're not 4.25 feet. They're not
Yeah.
3 foot and whatever. They're exactly 4 feet. And then on the side, on each side, there's a 1 inch by 3 foot rod. And so what I decided that would be smarter for me is to buy the rods 3 foot and 4 foot and design the machine around the length of those rods.
Yeah.
And whatever the cutting area turned out to be, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so the cutting area on this is approximately 40 by 26 inches. It's probably a little bigger than that, but instead of rounding up, I always round back down. So it's basically 40 by 26.
So you have a little bit less than half the horizontal storage area you had on the.
Yes, I have a lot less. Thanks, Paul, for bringing that up. I do have a lot less horizontal surface area to put crap, but I think that's a good thing because that way I can't, it'll maybe help me to keep this thing cleaned off. So, but anyway, that's it. I'll probably maybe be doing some projects or something with that, or maybe during one of these live streams I'll be, adding limit switches or who knows what, just whatever. If anybody's interested in seeing that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
maybe not. But anyway, let me turn this camera back around, and I know it's kind of dark over this way, but I'm going to try to make this work. And I think that I've got us all added in the background where we can still talk and everybody can still hear us. Everybody still hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Well, I don't know about out there, but I can hear.
All right, I hear Paul. All right, so here's what I'm going to be unboxing. Like I said, since my other touchscreen monitor went to Melinda, have bought a new one. It's really the same brand. This is an Asus. Well, that thing wasn't even really taped up very good. But I haven't looked at this yet, so I thought we'd all look at it together here. And this isn't as big. The other one, they measure monitors diagonally, and the other one was about 20 inches. This one is 15.6. So let me go ahead and see what we got here. All right, there's an HDMI cable. There's the power cable. I don't know what this is. Maybe instructions. I probably won't read those. Okay, here's their stand, and it comes with a nice little thing where you don't need tools because you can just flip that up and turn that, tighten it up. But I'm probably not going to use the stand. So let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, this was delivered yesterday. Okay, what do we got here? All right, there's some kind of a USB-A to USB-B, I think that is. So let's see. And if anybody, well, first of all, let me ask, how many people, or does anybody besides me use a touchscreen monitor with their CNC?
I have one, but I haven't used it yet.
Well, let me know if anybody comments if they've got a touchscreen. And
Mine is just a little one that came with the Onefinity, but I would like to switch to a bigger one like that.
Okay, now see this one, like I said, this one measures 15.6, so that's diagonally. So let me get a tape measure here. Let's see, just straight across. Yeah, it's a little under 15 that way. Um, but with Mach 3, I don't want it too small. Now I got to figure out how to get this off. Well, we can play around and test it. I'll prop it up. Maybe I will stick it on this stand for tonight since we're testing this thing. I'll always figure that out later. Yeah, that thing's nice the way that little thing flips over, and I say that. Come on. Is it catching? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then you just flip that back over and all right, well that'll make it stand up better for at least for now. But I got a couple of computers here. Now this is an old Dell. I had this one out there running it with that G3 CNC controller. But this is a really old computer. I think this is one I bought in, I think according to the label on the back, it was 2013. And then I used it in the office till 2019, and then it became a shop computer after that. So I'm pretty sure this one still works. And then this was the one I used to use with my Gatton CNC. This is one that is out of the those airport kiosk.
Yeah.
And I know you can't read it, but right where my finger is, there's the manufacture date, and it says November 2012. So that is a vintage computer right here. But I actually took it in the house and connected it to another monitor, and it actually still works. So I've got a VGA cable here. We're going to hook this to this right here. And let's see here. And we'll try that. We'll try that old ancient computer out first. And in case anybody's, I guess you can kind of see it. I've always talking about how I had a Precision Matthews mill behind. Now you can see it. It's
Oh yeah, there it is.
right back there. Which I probably use that on some projects to make improvements with that Sidewinder now. All right, so let's get a power cable hooked up. Did anybody else ever comment saying they had a?
Yeah. Digital Allure works. Likes the control of a mouse better than touchscreen. Troy says nope. Earl says that he uses a small TV. And Sean says that his 3D printers have them. Does that count?
No, that doesn't count this time. Well, the story I was going to tell about that other touchscreen monitor. When I bought that first one, I used to just have it sitting over there, kind of on a desk thing. And even though the monitor was touchscreen, I was in such a habit of using a mouse and keyboard that I always caught myself doing that. And I just, once in a while I go, oh yeah, I forget it's touchscreen. But most of the time I just used it like a regular monitor. And then I thought, well, that's kind of a waste to have something. Oh, that's the, I opened up the wrong one. That's the HDMI. So when I built the little contraption where it hung down from the ceiling, uh, then I started making myself use the touchscreen, and I found out I actually like it better. I like being able to just have a monitor where you can pull out the keyboard. You can, when I say keyboard, it's a virtual keyboard. Uh, everything you do with a mouse and a keyboard and all that, you can still do with a good touchscreen monitor. So after I used it a little bit, I thought, man, this is pretty slick. So when Melinda bought that, let's see, I don't know any of these work. We'll see. We'll see if they do. All right, let's power this thing up and see if we get anything with this thing. I think that's the right one. Do I not have a power cord on it? Oh, dummy, you ain't got that plugged in.
Uh-oh.
I got it plugged into the power strip, but I don't have the power strip plugged in. Duh. All right. There we go. Now let's hit this on. There we go. And even though this old thing here is November 2012, all of those kiosks that I got that time, they had removed the hard drives with all the airport data and stuff. So there wasn't a hard drive in here. So I just bought a, I don't know, Western Digital or something like that, Seagate, whatever.
Yeah.
And so the hard drive is not near as old as this is, although it's probably at least, I don't know. Well, that just shut back off, didn't it? Oh, no, there it goes. Let's see, I guess I got to turn this on. Oh, yeah, there we go. But I really think this is going to be a good size for mounting. I'm probably going to put some kind of a, I don't know if I'll drop it down from the ceiling like I did the other one, but I think I will just make something that will, well, where the, oh, no, it's still on. Okay. Maybe it's still thinking. I'll let it run a minute. Oh, it says HDMI, no signal. Well, it's because I got the, you won't get a signal because I got the other one plugged in. Unless that one's not working. There is an HDMI on here. I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't think I've ever used it. Well,
Yeah, Al says power always helps. Ask me how I know.
tell you what I'll do then. We'll try this HDMI cable. And I don't have any idea if this HDMI on this old antique is any good or not. We'll see. No, that says HDMI, no signal either. So apparently that one's not working. Well, maybe this new one won't work with that old one. The one I had in the house, because I was testing this out, and it did work. So, oh, I did the wrong one. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see.
Clyde
All
says
right.
he uses a 32-inch TV for his. That's a good one. That's what I do this on.
Well, I have a 32-inch TV. I don't know if you could see it when I was showing the Sidewinder machine or not, but it's up there on the wall, and it does have an HDMI cable where, in fact, because back when I had the computer over there on a desk, by the time I come over and got in front of the Avid, I couldn't see the screen, so I would use an HDMI cable and show the screen up on that TV, and then I could see what I was doing. So,
Yeah.
all right, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with this, so let me turn this off a second. We'll shut this thing back off. Well, guess I'll unplug it. I don't know why that thing's not working, doing something, because it worked with that monitor. Because I wasn't even sure that would still run. I hadn't even turned it on in years, and it worked fine in the house with another monitor. So, all right, let's try this again. We'll try the old Dell here. Let's see what happens. All right, so we'll get this cable out of the way here. And I think this one's already hooked to the bag there.
You remember Gateway computers?
Yes.
I used to use one of those. It wasn't mine, but at one of the places I worked, that's what they had. Came with the old Holstein looking cow boxes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then what else was there? There was E-machines.
Yeah, I've had one. I've had one of those. In fact, I've still got one around here somewhere because I don't, me, I don't throw nothing away.
Packard Bell.
Yeah, and there's
Oh,
Compact was a good one at that point.
Yep.
all right, let's see what we get here.
Nice. John Thompson has a 55-inch in the CNC room for CNC and light burn. That's nice right there.
Now this
You
one,
can have old man eyes and still see that.
I'm wondering if you got to tell it that you're not using an HDMI.
That's what Sean just said in the chat. Is we wondered if there was a menu where you had to pick between
Yeah,
HDMI.
yeah. Hold on here.
Yeah.
You might have to open up them instructions.
All right. I see where you switch from VGA to HDMI. Well, that other one probably will work now. I'll go back and check it again. Now, how do I get this? Don't tell me I'm going to need a mouse to do, to do this, to get this.
Do the touch.
Oh, you know what? I see what it is. I've still got the USB that controls the touch screen on the wrong one. All right, let's try this again here. There we go. Come Come on, baby. Get on
Oh
that.
yeah, Texas Instruments. Yeah, I remember those. Four Eyes FPV out there. It was talk about Texas Instruments. I remember my grandparents had a Texas Instruments one, and I would spend about 5 hours during the a day during the summer when I was there, not in school, and I would work on a program, and it would be for um, doing a slot machine, and I would then finally get it running, and I would mess with it for 5 minutes, and then I was tired of it and shut it off, and it was gone.
Did you see Al said he still got a whole gateway and an E-machine?
Yeah, they're never obsolete. Yeah,
Okay.
it's never obsolete. Is the what they were talking about was never obsolete was the case itself. It wasn't the computer. You can always put new equipment inside the case.
Where did that other? Oh, here we go. All right. I think we'll be. Now
Oh,
we're
look at that, will you?
cooking
Wow.
with gas. All right. Where is the USB cable? It should be what's controlling the touchscreen part.
Well, now you've got me really interested in mine.
But so far, I'm not getting anything touch working. I guess I'm going to have to break down, read the damn directions, huh?
Heaven forbid.
I know. What the?
That's all right. The directions aren't going to tell you jack squat anyway. I mean,
Who the heck does that?
They're
Anyway?
probably in Spanish.
Now, how does it know what time it is? Let's see if we can figure something else. Maybe I should have tested this before the live stream. And I think it will. You just have to switch between the HDMI or the VGA, but I don't know if the touchscreen was working. I could have changed it, but I don't know. Does anybody know Spanish?
Yeah, Al does.
Is there any English in here? Oh, that's the warranty. I don't need to know about the warranty. I need to know about how you make the buttons work. Well, I'm wondering if you gotta have. Let's see. Let me see something. We'll try this. Yeah, we got a mouse now. So, oops, I turned it off.
Troy says you could probably find a YouTube video on how to work it.
Okay, yeah, so this.
Donde es los pantalones el gato? That's about all I know. Where are the cat's pants?
Okay. It's working. I just got to get the touch part working. And I didn't see. Let's see what this is. This tells you how to put the stand on there. I wonder if I have to go into settings or something, and this doesn't tell you squat. Tells you where the on switch is.
Found that.
Okay, well, we got, okay, yeah. This computer takes a long time to boot up, but it's got a bunch of stuff on it. I need to clean it off. Stuff that don't need to be on there. But it does have a good clear picture, and I'm sure as soon as I figure out how to get the touchscreen part working, I'm going to really dig it, because I love this size. I think this is a good size. It's not too small and not too big. Okay, I guess I'll save that box for a minute until I know it's all working.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
return it.
Let's see what I've got to do here to get and yeah, it's not done. It's not done loading because I have the classic shell on here, and it's got to finish. I don't know why, but that thing takes a long time on this pokey old computer.
It's working hard.
Yeah, it's still trying to do some stuff. Let's see who we got out there. I'll read some comments while.
All right. Well, that didn't work.
Jerry's out there. How you doing, Jerry? Big Al's out there.
Yeah. Una cerveza por favor. There's Clyde. That's the Spanish. That's important right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still working on it.
It's doing what it can.
I know with this computer, like I said, there it goes.
Oh,
See,
woo!
it just takes forever to load the classic thing because I don't like the new button stuff. I like for it to be to have the old look like Windows 7 or Windows 95 or whatever you call it. And it always come up with this. I don't know why. And then it come up with that. And then it's done. UC CNC is what I was trying to think of a while ago, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Because there's the icon right there. Okay, so now let me go to PC. Let's see, what is it? Devices and printers. Let's go to PC settings and see if I got to tell it what kind of stinking monitor I got. Let's see. System. Display. Let's try that. Okay, you tell the scale I've got it jacked up because I can't see.
So the touchscreen that I bought a 14.1 from Amazon the other day, and I tried to hook it up the other day, and I plugged it in. I was just trying to mess with the screen by itself, and it wouldn't come up with anything. and I was like, these idiots sent me one that's not a touchscreen. And so now I've just hooked it up to my computer, and it's showing up as a like second screen or whatever. It's still not a touchscreen. But but I ordered the one that said is a touchscreen. And in the directions, the only reference to a touchscreen, it says if you ordered the one with the touchscreen, it'll be a touchscreen. Like that was the only thing. But this doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm sending this pile of shit back. Oops, sorry.
See, this is just.
That makes me so mad.
I don't know what the deal is with this one. Why it's not.
It's a nice little screen. See it?
Oh, it did work. Okay.
Did you have to tell it to be a touchscreen?
No, it's maybe I'm just in too big a hurry. Because let me see there. I touched that thing and it's trying to load it. Now, of course, this is the one where I don't have the thing.
Makes me irritated. If you're talking to me, Clyde, yeah, I did. I hooked it up. Well, in the directions it says, I hooked. It can draw power over USB, and that's how I tried it initially. But now I plugged it into the wall, and then I hooked it up with an HDMI cable, and it's still not doing anything.
Okay, yeah. That's not going to run in the right mode because I don't have that motion controller anymore. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Come on, let's go. Get on off of there.
Dave, I can give you a link for less than $100 mini computer that will run a whole lot faster than that.
Well, I've got it sitting in my Amazon cart right now. I'm just trying not to buy a lot of, I know I just sold the Avid and all, but I thought, well, I'll buy the screen first because I got to have a screen since I gave that other one away. And this, man, how many things should I have open on this stupid thing? I don't know how many times I touched it. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's get down to brass tacks here. Here's what I want. There's Mach 3. So if I hit that, yeah, that come up pretty quick. All right, it's working. I'm just an idiot, I guess.
First step to recovery is admitting you have a problem.
So let me. There we go. So now it's going to load Mach 3. And it's not going to work because I don't have it connected to anything. But here, okay, now see, here I go. Let me move this stupid thing because I'll keep hitting the button. So, yeah, this is what I want. Come on. Oh, it says not found. It's probably. Yeah, let's see if we can click. Oh, I didn't got it. Got it too. Yeah, let's close it. All right, let's open it up again.
All right, Clyde. Before I throw it in the river, I'll try it. The directions say it only takes like one wire to hook this stupid thing up, but we're gonna plug them all in. And if that's the case, I don't want to use it anyway because there's like too many plugs sticking out of it. It's gonna look stupid.
All right, I don't know. I'm getting it all confused here. Let me go to. I want to see if this one's got the. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get Mach 3 open again. What I wanted to see. No, that's not what I want. Okay, the other one, the other touchscreen I had, when you had Mach 3 open, okay, you got to hit that, I guess. All right, let's see.
Nope, piece of garbage. Thanks for trying, Clyde. Is it worth updating Mach 2 to Mach 3? I didn't even know there was a Mach 2.
All right, I'm not going to touch it for a minute. I hit load G code, see if it's going to do it.
Dave, there's a Mach 2. I guess that would be even older than Mach 3, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, it is. All right.
Have you ever used that one?
Well, only as a demo. I downloaded the free version, and that's how I kind of learned and kicked the tires. And then I bought Mach 3, which, like I said, back when I bought it, it was $150 instead of $175 like it is now.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful what you hit, because I hit the wrong. Okay, there you can see that I hit reference home. You can see it's trying to go to home position because there's a script in this one. Of course, it's not going to reach it because it's not connected. But yeah, I'm looking to see. I know when you have a keyboard, you can hit the tab key and it'll pop out this virtual pendant. But that other monitor that I had that was the same brand but a larger one, you could just hold your finger over here to the side and it would pop out. And it also had a keyboard kind of tucked away in the corner so that when you maybe, I don't know, maybe somewhere else. And this stupid thing is not hiding now. I like to have that auto hide. Let's see if I can get. Oh, I don't want that. Okay, so when you get ready to I'm in the mail. How did I get in that? All right, now I don't see. That's not working now. Well, see if I can mouse it. Yeah, that got rid of it there. I don't know. I know one problem I have is that computer is really slow. Okay, here's what I was wanting to do. Come right here and go
I'll be right
to.
back.
Let's see if I can just pull a. Okay, yeah, the menu pops up if you just hold your finger on it. It's a little different than the other one. That's why then you can hit copy and paste it somewhere else. Yeah, it's going to take me a minute to get the hang of this, and I want to see where that other. It should have a little pop-out keyboard. I guess I'm gonna have to read the directions.
No.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, this thing, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it back off, and I'm gonna swap out take the HDMI cable off, and put the VGA back on. Let's see, did I leave it connected? No, I didn't. So let's pull this off. Okay, now let me turn it back on, and I should be able to let's see, which one of those buttons was it? I thought it was this second one. Oh, there it is. So if I change this, all right. I see now I don't have this. It's not working now. Well, I'll have to play around with it. I like to use the VGA cable though, because that'll leave. This only has the one HDMI port, and that will leave it open to be able to connect to the TV if I want to see this bigger. But I'm probably going to make something kind of similar to. I don't know if any of y'all seen that not laser, CNC laptop stand I made years ago, and I have the plans on my website for that. But I'll make something similar to that. Basically, it'll be just an arm that attaches to that table that it's sitting on, and then because I want to be able to swing it out of the way. But yeah, I think this thing's going to work okay. Let me. Yeah, I just don't know why I can't get this to switch. I don't know why that won't switch. But anyway, I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, I've got to figure out how to get the rest of that base off too, because it has the I forget what they call it, Visa, I think, mounting thing where it's 4 holes that are 100 millimeters apart, and I'll be 3D printing some kind of bracket to use that instead. So, all righty. Well, I guess is there a virtual keyboard with the monitor? Well, there's supposed to be, Clyde. Let me I guess since I can't get that changed to VGA, I'll take that back out. Let me turn this off and we'll plug the HDMI cable back in.
Whew. Why the hell did my computer start over again? Oh, this thing's a piece of junk. Still no luck there, Dave?
Okay, now I'm going to see something. Let's see. Yeah, there's all kinds of settings. Okay, well, yeah, it works fine with the HDMI cable connected, but I have not been able to figure out how to get it to switch between the HDMI and the VGA.
So, Dave, the Four Eyes FPV was asking about, is it worth updating from Mach 2 to Mach 3? And I'm thinking in my head, if you're going to do like Mach 3 would be nice because Mach 3 is nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go to Mach 4 because of the limitations of how many computers you can put it on, right? I mean, that's what I'm kind of thinking there. But for me, I'm going to go Gerbil. If I don't have anything that I'm messing with now, I'm going to use Gerbil. Because there's so many free versions of it out there, and I'm cheap.
Well, I would ask, I'm not that familiar with Mach 2. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have as much stuff as Mach 3, but I would say, I don't know what you're using Mach 2 to run, but just ask yourself, does it do everything I need it to do? If it does, then don't spend $175 to get Mach 3
Well, he's
or $200 to get Mach 4.
using the demo version currently.
Okay, well, if you haven't spent any money and you've just downloaded the free demo version, then I wouldn't. I didn't. I don't know if they sell Mach 2, but because that is like really ancient. But I like Mach 3. Like I said, I spent $150 on it. It's $175 now, but I bought it back in I think 2007 or 8, something like that. And I've just never wanted to switch to anything else because Mach 3 just works.
Yeah.
It does what I need it to do. Now, I have purchased that UC CNC, which is what I was trying to think of the name of a while ago. But the main reason I purchased that was just to show people, because a lot of times I'd buy stuff that I don't really need and I'm probably not going to use, but I do it for these live streams to show people that there are other options out there. That way, if somebody says, "Hey, Dave, what do you know about UC CNC?" Well, if I haven't ever used it, I don't know anything. So, with that, it has to be assigned with the serial number of one of their motion controllers, either a UC 100, UC 200, 300, 400, Ethernet, whatever they are. Some of them are USB, some of them are Ethernet. And you have to have that. That's why, to me, I kept arguing with them one time because it's kind of confusing because you go on the website and I don't know what it is now. Years ago, it was $60 to buy the software. So you buy it, but all you're doing is paying $60 for a demo version, which won't do squat because it won't work unless you buy that one of those motion controllers. But they don't make, or at least back then, they didn't make it clear on the website. I'm like, why didn't you just say it and you just sell it all at once? Say, here's UC CNC software with a UC 100 and it's this much. Here's UC CNC software with a UC 400 and it's this, if you got to have one of those, just price it that way. Because people pay $60, get software thinking that that's all they got to do. And it's like, nah, you got to spend a bunch more money to get one of those motion controllers or it doesn't work. Does Mach 3 need USB? I'm still using printer port. Well, you can use a printer port with Mach 3, but when that old computer that's got a printer port craps out, then you'll either have to try to find another old computer or purchase a motion controller. And that's why. But I can tell you, here's the difference. When you buy let's just say a UC. Let me open that up over here. So people can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here's the real deal here. Let me screen share. Okay, here is a UC 100. I have had 3 or 4 of these at different times. But they work great. They're just a little cable that plugs in to this thing. You can see you got a green light and a blue light. Green light means you got power. Blue light means it's connected to your computer and it's talking back and forth. But the difference is that when you're running Mach 3, if you're not using one of these and you're using a printer port, then Mach 3 is generating the pulses. And it does not do as good a job as one of these things. This thing's got a little PCB board in it, and I don't know, I'm not an electronic guy, so I don't know what all it does. I just know it works. So this allows you plug this, I forget how many pins that is, but whatever it is, 25 pin, I think. You plug that into your breakout board, and then, like I said, this plug here goes right back here, and then the other side just has a USB-A, and you plug it into a simple USB port on your computer, and now Mach 3, and of course you have to put the drivers in and tell Mach 3 you got this, but now the pulses are not generated by Mach 3 anymore. They're generated by this thing, and it does a much, much better job. So even though I'm going to continue to run Mach 3, I'm going to probably, like I mentioned the other week, I'm going to take all that stuff off that demo board, build myself a controller box and put all that stuff in there and wire it up. And then I'll probably come back and buy either another one of these or possibly, let's see if I can go to that. This is the company that is the legit one. You'll see, if you see some of these on eBay or Amazon and they're $50 or something. Yeah, right here he's got a note. He says, beware counterfeit things. Yeah, fake. Yeah, they won't work. They just flat won't work. So if you see a price that's too good to be true,
It is.
click off and go somewhere else because they run. I don't know what they are these days. Used to be
I
about
think it said
$100.
$137.
Okay, they used to be around 105 or so, but you can see
Yeah, on
right
that
here.
previous screen you had up, I think it said 137.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see it says works with UC CNC, which is their software, which is $60 plus the 137, Mach 3 and Mach 4 softwares. So if you go, let's see. Oh, I don't know where I was. Let me go back like this and see. There we go. Yeah, 137 plus. That says Amazon. Okay, if you come right here to CNC 4 PC, they're the legit deal. They're selling for 126.50 for the UC 100. Okay, they also have other ones. Let's go take a look at. Okay, here we go. Motion controller, smooth stepper. Smooth stepper is what I had in the Avid. I mean, that's what they use. So here's one that's an Ethernet, uses an Ethernet connection. Oh, I don't see them. Maybe they don't have any more of those. But these aren't fancy. I mean, you still need a breakout board to use these because you need the 25 pins plus you need inputs and outputs for anything else you're using on your CNC. But these work great as far as just generating the pulse that you need to run the machine smooth. It works so much better than the printer port in Mach 3. Just don't get on Amazon or eBay and go, oh, I'm getting a deal. They're $50 because I guarantee you might as well match that $50. It is not going to work.
It's probably one of those items that says frequently returned.
Yeah.
You wonder how don't work though. You know what I mean?
How did I get this on here?
You gotta click it. Click the screen there, and then you can hit trash can or remove.
Oh, okay. Ugh. They must have changed something because I thought when you clicked off of the quit sharing screen, it went away. But
you can also get those the Mach 3 USB boards though, right? I mean, you could use that instead of the printer.
Yeah, but that's what's in the G3 CNC controller. One similar to that, and that's why I don't like it. They work fine, but I have a real issue with not being able to jog 2 axes at the same time. That just bugs the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Because I used Mach 3 way back in the day with a parallel port, and you could take your fingers, you have page up, page down, right and left, and all that. So you could move X, Y, and Z all at the same time if you wanted to. But with that board, you move the Y forward, then you have to stop, move the X. So it only jogs one axis at a time, and that's the only downside to that controller. Other than that, it's an awesome controller, and that's just because if you ever started out with one of those and didn't know any different, you wouldn't know any different. You just think that's the way it is. But it's nice to be able to jog 2 at once. I think it's the same thing with a Gerbil. You hit the arrow thing and you move one, then you stop and move the other one and all that. Although some of those things do have a diagonal arrow, so that if you hit one, it'll move the X and Y at the same time. But all right, do we have any questions or anything? I hope I may have helped out that one guy that was.
Said great info. Thank you.
What kind of machine are you running? Just out of curiosity.
Oh.
Sean says he's got a Mach 3 USB board. Well, there may be some of them that work, but the ones that are the ones that came in the hobby box and the G3 CNC controller would not do it. They would only move one axis at a time. let's wait and see what kind of machine. Oh, a home built hobby CNC. Okay. Well, yeah, if you've been running that all this time and been running a demo version of something, yeah, Clyde's right. Mach 3 or G Sander will move diagonally like that with an arrow button. Not all of them will, though. Some of them just have, this way and this way. They don't have the diagonal. That's why I'm a fan of, if I'm going to use Gerbil stuff, that's why I like G Sander, because it's to me the best by far of the control software for Gerbil based machines. So, but yeah, back to 4 eyes or whatever. If you have just been running the DIY machine with that small version or whatever, there's a lot of things you could get, Um, but if you've been running Mach 3, you're probably more familiar with that. It probably wouldn't hurt to buy a Mach 3, buy a license. Because I know you've got to have some limitations for Mach 2. Because I know with Mach 3, if it's not a licensed version, I think you can run about 500 lines of code and that's it. And I'm telling you, it don't take long to get 500 lines of code.
Yeah.
I mean, you can forget 3D cars and even most V cars with that limitation.
Yep.
George Bubba, hope you're doing well. Starting to get back in the shop. Good deal. Good deal. That's my buddy Ed out of Warner Robins. All right. Well, I guess, heck, we've been rattling on here for about an hour and a half. I guess the next time you see that monitor, I will have figured everything out.
Or returned it. I am this one.
Or snuck over there and swapped it out for the one I gave Melinda.
Yeah.
I love that one. That one worked perfect. And I'm sure this one will too. It's just it's several years newer, and I just don't know how to work it all. But the touchscreen thing is working. It's supposed to have the 10. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, it's working. I'm going to have to. Yeah, you do that and hold it. I still got to figure out where they're hiding the. Because I know you swipe one of these corners and a darn keyboard pops out of here somewhere.
Al's got it down.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll get all that figured out, and maybe by the time you see it next week, I'll have it all mounted over here because I got to finish wiring up this machine and get this thing going.
Nice.
All righty. Well, if we don't have any more questions or anything.
I got a quick question about VCarve, if you got a second.
All right.
So I have a bunch of places I need to go down about 1/4 of an inch. And then I have one place inside of one of the 1/4 inch places that goes down 3/4 of an inch. Is there a way to combine those two so that it's not like doing all the 1/4 inches and then come back to do the 3/4 one? Or it's like a square with a hole in it,
Well, yeah. I mean, you're still going to make a 2 tool pass. I'm assuming you're going to use the same tool.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say you're using a 1/4 inch in now.
You have to do two separate tool paths.
You could do 2 separate tool paths, but then you could highlight both of those tool paths and save it as one thing because they're using the same tool. So It would do one, then do the other, right? It wouldn't move off. I mean, or you could do it the other way. You could do all the 1/4 inch deep ones and then do that one last and have it come back and do it. But if you want to include it include that 1 3/4 one with the 1/4 ones. As long as it's using the same tool, it'll do it. You can put it all in the same big tool path because it's using the same tool.
Right. Okay. Cool. Still learning.
Well, I only know enough to be dangerous with V-car.
Marcelo thinks that maybe the old computer is too slow for the touchscreen.
Well, you're probably right about that, Marcelo, because like I said, that one had a sticker on the back that says 2013. So, even if I bought it a year after it was made, that's still 2014. So that was 11 years ago. Like I said, I know I used it in my office until 2019 because that's when I bought the Acer machine that I have back there now. And then I have another Acer out here, and this one I bought going on 3 years now, but I think I bought it in 2022.
That computer can almost drive.
Yeah. But it's, when you're running Mach 3, and I know there's probably people out there going, why don't you just buy one of them new things Ryan was talking about? Well, I probably will end up getting one. But when you got these and they still got a little life in them, it don't take much horsepower to run Mach 3.
Yeah.
It might take a minute to when you hit the load button for it to pop up and load. But as far as running it, you can't tell the difference whether it's one of these old slow pokes or a brand new one. It just don't take a lot of horsepower to run. 4i says he's running Windows 2000. That was one of the good Windows things. When they come out with them, it was like every other year was a dud. Windows 2000 was one of the good ones, in my opinion. I had an old computer that had Windows 2000 on it, and it's a good one. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. We've been on here an hour and a half. I know Paul's probably get sleepy. I know I am. I worked hard today moving all that shit around. So
it don't take much to tire an old man out, does it?
I'm telling you, that stuff got a lot heavier than it used to be, 15, 20 years ago when I first built it. But all right, let me see if I can get around here and hit the right button. I got this thing all jacked up here. Okay, I think this is the right button. All right, let's all say goodnight. And we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.